It takes like 20 seconds here, 15 seconds. So I'm just putting your keywords in right now. Can you see my screen yet? Did it pop up for you?
Well, I've got a gray screen here, and it says "Join me" at the top.
Okay, there we go. It's changing. There we go.
It's changing now. Okay.
Okay. So here's your website, and I went to your source code, and I can see your what's called meta name keywords, right?
Yeah.
So this is basically you're telling Google that this is where you want to be on their search engines, you know. So let me show it to you a little easier here. Is it too small on your screen? Can you see okay?
I can't read that little stuff.
What about right here? Can you see the part I'm highlighting now?
I can't read it very good. I mean,
Let me-
it's really small, but
Let me
okay.
let me see if I can zoom in here. Okay, how about now? Did that make it bigger?
No, it didn't make any difference.
Okay. Well, here's your keywords I just pulled. See it here, best cookware sets. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, buy bathroom furniture, kids beds for sale, and discount outdoor furniture.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to look at these because pretty much, anybody can get a dropship or anybody can get a website, but getting traffic to it is usually the most difficult part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to figure out what keywords to go after and then build credibility to them. So best cookware sets, there's about 590 people a month. Best bathroom furniture, there's about 22 people.
Oh, so you're just looking under the local searches. You're not looking you don't look at the global.
I don't, because that's the whole world. And
okay.
I think you're doing it out of Canada. Are you just going to do it out of the U.S. right now?
Yeah.
Or are you going to ship Canada as well?
No, that supplier only ships in the U.S. So.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. So anyway, we're going to look at local searches to begin with. Down the road, you can start looking. See, I can select locations here, and I can put whatever country I want.
Oh,
But
okay.
for now, we're just going to look at local because that's who we're going after when we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So 590 people a month are searching for best cookware sets. Only 22 people are searching for buy bathroom furniture. So that's pretty low.
Now, when you say searching for, you mean that exact phrase, right?
Yep, exactly. And that's what we're looking at because those are your keywords. And so if we start spending time and money to rank for those keywords, let's say you get to the first page of Google for buy bathroom furniture. Well, there's only 22 people searching for it.
Yeah.
So even if you did take the time and effort to get to page 1 for buy bathroom furniture, it's not a very big pot of gold,
So bathroom furniture might be better than buy bathroom furniture.
Well, that's an excellent question. It's actually a little bit deceiving because bathroom furniture, I'm sure, is just insanely competitive. Like, let's put in bathroom furniture into Google and do a search for it. And let me zoom in so you can see this. So, are you
54 million?
Well, yeah, that's how many pages on the internet are talking about bathroom furniture. But yeah, that is pretty big. But let me just kind of walk you through what search engine optimization is. You may have read a little bit about it, but this top section here is called the paid ad area, the pay-per-click, PPC.
Yeah.
You probably heard of that. People are paying like 50 cents to $5 a click, so it's just very, very expensive. And this is why Google's a billion-dollar company. It's largely because of these ads. So when we look at here's Overstock.com, here's HomeDecorators.com, right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Well, how did they get here, right? How did they get to the first page of Google for such a good keyword? How did they do that? Well, websites, let me answer my own question. Websites, Google doesn't know who to trust, basically. There's all these websites, and who knows if you can trust them, basically. So there's two big indicators for how Google ranks a website. It's kind of like the real world. If you said you were good at like a sport like golf, it wouldn't really mean a whole lot to say, oh, I'm good at golf. I go, well, I don't know if I can trust you. But if you go get an endorsement from, let's say, Tiger Woods, suddenly you'd have a ton of credibility, which is easier said than done. Yeah. Now, what if you go get like 100 first graders to say you're good at golf? Would that mean anything?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, I'd agree with you. So it's the same thing on the Internet. The two main indicators are this. The first one is called PageRank or PR. You've probably heard that one.
Mm-hmm.
PageRank is a score between 0 and 10, 10 being like Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, the big websites. And then a brand new one like yours is like a 0 or a 1. So how does a website gain in PR? How does it even get Google's attention as far as credibility? Well, the main key about all this is called backlinks. Have you heard that term before, backlinking?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me just show you, for example, like here's home decorators, like you were talking about maybe bathroom furniture would be a better keyword.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see this number here, 55,087?
87.
Yeah, that is their backlink count. Now that is an insanely high backlink count. We're talking about, these are like blog posts, directory submissions, press releases, and a lot of these are like 500-word articles that they're writing. So they'll write a 500-word article about bathroom furniture and post it on someone else's website. So these are, keep in mind, these are 55,000 links on other people's websites. So this is how they're convincing Google to put them on the first page. So here they are. Here's bathroom, decorators.com. Now they have huge budgets, and they've been at this for probably 10 years for all we know. So don't get, sometimes it's a little overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
I have a tool here. It's called SEM Rush, and it lets me see where a website is ranking. So yeah, I mean, I hate to even show you this because it's just so impressive. They're ranking for 31,000 organic keywords. So for example, it's just mind-blowing, to be honest. These people have spent easily over $1 million to obtain these kind of rankings. Let me show you this. It's loading right now. So for example,
so where does that put me with no money?
Well, basically it puts you at, we have to help you find keywords that you can rank for because everybody's in this boat. Nobody can compete with these guys. So it becomes more about finding keywords that you can rank for, right? And I can show you what I mean by that in a second. But let me just show you. For example, when someone types in bathroom vanities, they show up as the #2 website. And there's about 90,000 people searching for bathroom vanities every month. So in a sense, they have probably at least 20,000 people a month that click their website that type in bathroom vanities. And the cool part is it doesn't cost them anything now. So that's why people spend so much money on all of these is a backlink created will hold. It's not like an advertising cost. So once you obtain a ranking on Google for whatever keyword, you can pretty much hold that. So it becomes kind of like an online real estate in a sense, cash flowing every month.
Okay.
Now here's the kicker. See this here, CPC stands for cost per click. It's $2.06 a click if you want to have your website at the top for bathroom vanities. So if I put in bathroom vanities, like I'll show you.
So when you say per click, so does that, stop stuttering. Does that mean that when anybody clicks on bathroom vanities, the company pays $2.06 for that?
If it's in the paid area, yes.
Okay.
Isn't that brutal? I mean, so here it is. Here's bathroom vanities. If I click the home,
and they may not buy anything.
Exactly. So we do not want to have to do that. Okay, we don't want to have to pay $2 a click because it's a quick way to burn through $1,000 and it's game over.
Yes.
So we want to do it like all these other websites do. Because look, here's homedecorators.com. They're not in the paid ad section. They did it organically. They basically got so much credibility that Google could not ignore them. So when we look at like websites like yours when you're first starting, it comes down to identifying, first of all, what are our keywords? What is our target, right? What are we aiming at? Is it going to be too difficult to obtain? Basically, I compare everything to a new car. Your website is like a new car, and you're missing two things, fuel and a map, right? We got to know where we're going, and we need fuel to get there because, once again, you have a good-looking website. It's got good products. This outdoor furniture stuff sells great right now. Summertime, and then it gets into the Christmas time, people are looking for things like this. So, well, let me just show you one. Maybe it's easier to show you someone I was doing this with. I'll show you someone that has like almost the exact same kind of website as yours. Let's just look at these guys. So this is Best Fishing Kayak. Our internet is so slow today. It drives me nuts. I need a computer that's as fast as me. All right, here it is. It's loading up. Okay, so we just put a video on here, a YouTube video for them. It helps with conversions. But look, this is basically looks like just like your website. It's the same one. It's on the Ignite Builder. So what we did is she was in the same spot. Her keywords were no good. So we came in and did a couple days of keyword research for her. We came up with fishing kayaks for sale. I'll just read them to you. It's too small still, right?
Yeah, fishing. I can read. If you don't highlight it, I can probably.
Oh, okay. I won't highlight it then.
Kayaks for sale, fishing rods and reels.
Yep.
Fishing kayak. Yeah.
Okay, so what we've been doing for her is what all websites do, right? We've been doing about 15 hours a month for her of backlink building. So we're out writing 500-word articles. We're posting those to wiki pages, directories.
What are wiki pages?
So there's like education pages. You've probably heard of like Wikipedia. That's like an online education source.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the point I'm getting at is we're posting these to a diverse area of websites. We're not just we're just not posting all of these on a blog per se. You'll hear a lot of people go, well, we'll just do blog submissions, and it's once again like going out and getting first graders to recommend you. you know.
Okay. Okay.
So here she is 4 months later. Where is she really at? You know, she's had a moderate amount of work done. You know, she pays us $30 an hour. We go out and do about 15 to 20 hours a month for her. Where is she now? So when I put her into my tool here, you can see she's ranking for 58 keywords. So I'll show you what I mean by this. When someone types in fishing kayaks for sale, she pops up as the second website, and there's about 1,000 people searching for it. So this is now how she's making money, is 200 or 300 people a month are coming to her website, and if 5 to 10% are buying, well, that's now how she's making money, and this is working. So it's justified, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If she didn't do that, notice the cost per click is 95 cents,
Mm-hmm.
which is brutal. So it's pretty simple. It's simple in theory. It's two things. One is identifying your map, which is what are our keywords. Then you got to change your meta information. Then two is what every website does for the rest of their life is you build backlinks to those specific keywords. As you start to obtain a ranking like she has for fishing kayaks for sale, we move to new keywords. And that's how you start building up, and then you're ranking for 30 keywords, 40, 50, and then eventually 10 years later, if you're still at this, then you're like the furniture, rugs, and home that rank for 30,000 keywords, you know. But basically, the reason you're not making money, this isn't working, is because no one can find you.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they wanted to buy from you, they can't find you, you know. So have you heard of Google Analytics?
Yep.
Did they put that on your site yet for you? We can put them on.
That I don't know. I wouldn't know where to look for it if it was there.
Well, it's a little code. They probably did. I don't know if they did or not.
See, that's what I mean. I don't know all the particulars and everything that's on there and how to get around it and what everything is. And
Sure,
like I said, all I managed to do was just go in and check the prices and make sure they were right, and then deleted a couple of products. That was all.
Sure, and listen, everybody's this way. It's very difficult to learn all of this. You know, no one's a one-man army online. There's always people, like those 55,000 backlinks, that guy's not sitting in his bedroom writing 500-word articles all day. Probably has a staff of 50 people doing that around the clock, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll show you Water Kayaks Fishing Analytics. I don't know if she wants me showing it, but I'll show her. It's okay. She just sent us a letter. She's very happy. So, for example, I'm seeing her June 2nd to July 1st results, and I can see that she's had 872 visits. So this is what really matters, is the results. You know, they viewed almost 1,700 pages on her website. The average time on the site was 1.5 minutes. We can see that, you know, where the traffic's coming in, what keywords they're typing in. We can see that most of her traffic's coming from Google, you know. So this is the kind of stuff that we have to start monitoring month by month on your site, is what's working, what's not working. And then we watch your keywords. After we pick your keywords, we can see how they respond. For example, this week looks like she dropped a little bit. Best kayak fishing, she dropped a spot. Fishing rods and reels, she dropped 23 spots, but went up 16 on Yahoo. You know, so it shows you how volatile these search engines are. A lot of this is because we reallocate traffic. Like I know on her account, we took a lot of hours and reallocated it to new keywords because she was starting to get up there pretty high for a lot of these.
Okay.
So sometimes there's a moderate drop-off. But basically, it's pretty simple. As people ask about, well, what do these hours do? I go, well, the more hours we can allocate, the more keywords and the more content we can write to get you ranking quicker. But once again, you've got to convince Google that you're a reputable business, and the only way to do that is to, you know, have references and link to other websites. So basically, you're about 90% there. You know, you've got the site, and this is why the coaches have us call, is they want a positive referral from you, and they know that's not going to happen unless you start making some money. And the only way you're going to get sales is if you get traffic to your site, you know?
Yeah.
So really this is, you know, you're almost there. I mean, basically you're like a little minnow, you're a little fish, and you've gotten thrown in the ocean, and you were trying to swim around some sharks.
And everybody's ready to walk on me.
It is. It's true because, well, especially these big websites that have $1 million budgets, they just can totally, like you said, walk all over you.
Yeah.
So it becomes, well, we just got to find some safe waters, and that comes down to keyword choice. I have two guys here, Kyle and Lance. They're our account managers. They oversee these accounts. So they spend about 45 minutes with you. They come up with keywords. They get your username and password, and they log in and change it all for you, all your meta information. Then they get with the content team and say, we're going after these keywords. What are we going to work on over the next 60 days? And then we just work with people month to month after that. And, you know, because we have a different kind of incentive to work with people, is we want to work with businesses that can last 3 years, not 3 months. So we're very aware of what we're picking, because if it doesn't work, you're not going to stay. And that's not good for us. It's not good for you. It's not good for the coaching company. So it really is a win-win situation for us. When you're winning, we're winning. We don't do these like pay $10,000 up front for a year. It's too much pressure on people. And we want you to feel comfortable with this, ease into it, because we're kind of a transition team. We've talked to you twice a month. We know people have questions and want to work on things, so we try to focus your efforts. But at the end of the day, we're not an education company. We actually do it for you. You know, a lot of times people have just been told what to do, and people aren't HTML experts. They're not backlink builders. They don't know how to do keyword density and keyword choice, and, you know, it's a lot to learn. And in the meantime, it's like, well, let's get this up and working and ranking while you're learning and growing, and more of a team effort. So that's kind of where you're at this point, is you've got your site. You just need those two things. You need a better map with some keywords understood of, like, what we can actually rank you for, and then you got to build backlinks to those keywords. And so Kyle and Lance spend about 30 to 45 minutes with you and do what's called an on-site optimization, where they got to do some keyword research, figure out what keywords to go after and change that. That costs $300 to have them do that for you, and then it's just straight backlink building after that, and that's $30 an hour. And one of the things that's hard is it's tough to, you know, this is a tough situation for most businesses because they've come so far, they've put all this energy into this, and essentially this is just going to sit here now unless someone can find it on the internet.
Yeah.
So that's what we're solving here. Now you can get, I know people go, what about social media? I just had someone tell me, you know, $2,000 social media, or I had some lady spend 10 grand for like, I don't know, 100,000 clicks to her website. You know, and there's all these things, and I go, listen, we just want to focus on the very basic, most effective way to make this work. And organic traffic, because once you obtain a ranking, it's going to be month to month, right? Meaning when someone types in that keyword next month, you're not going to have to pay for that traffic. Now, yes, you may have invested in the backlinks and gotten that in there, but now that you've got those backlinks, they stay to your website. So sometimes people start thinking this is like a monthly advertising cost, and it's really not seen that way. Like, it's not like you're putting up a billboard on the freeway. You know, those are awesome when they're up, but as soon as you take them down, nobody calls you. You know what I mean? It's not, backlinking is not that. Backlinking is attaching credibility votes to your website so that Google rewards you. And that's what we're after here, is a long-term fix here. Once again, I said we want to work with 3-year businesses. We're not interested in being like, okay, let's spend $1,000 and get you on the first page with Google Ads, and that's expensive, and it burns your budget, and then you're done, and it's game over. You know?
My budget is already burned.
Yeah, well, and you're in one of those tough spots because, like I said, you have the car, but no map and no gas. So it's not like you have to, you know, when you're looking at like your budget and stuff. I don't know, maybe like you said, if you don't have any, then you have to look at doing some stuff on your own. But essentially, this is where we come in, is saying, you know, we can build backlinks, we can get you traffic, and that's what this site desperately needs, is getting seen on Google, you know. So it takes Kyle and Lance about 30, 45 minutes to go through that with you. But yeah, everything we do here is attached to a man-hour, so it's not like it's a, you know, coaching session.
What's the final cost? Not the initial cost. What would the total cost be?
Okay, yeah, so how it works is we do 60-day backlink building campaigns. So we look at you and say, what are the keywords? So that's the thing that they have to do first, though, is that one-time on-site optimization, and that's $300 for them to go in to do the keyword research, to change all your meta information, get that into your website. Then it's just straight backlink building, and that's $30 an hour. Okay, and we do between 10 and 30 hours a month. So that's what I was telling you. The more hours we can do, is the more keywords we can go after, the quicker we can get your results. So it's not like there's really any gimmicks here. It's just straight up, every extra hour you get is just more content we can write. So it's
initial $300 up front.
And then it's 60. We have to do 60 days to start with, because we have to go with the content team and say, here's the keywords you're going after, and these are the ones you're going to be working on over the next 60 days. Because it takes some time. It's not like this is like a get-rich-quick thing. It can take.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm aware of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's eBay if you want to go through that. You know. So 60 days, and then it's just month to month after that. So there's no contracts. You have to worry about signing up for something in a year, but what we can do, though, is over the next 60 days, as aggressive as we can be, we can kind of catch you up and get you kind of back in the game here to getting this work.
See, if I had known when I started this that it would take all this work, see, I got 3 websites on the go.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I got no money left.
Yeah, that's tough. I know sometimes
See, and I didn't know that was all, like I said, when I initially joined up with Horizon, if this was all explained out, then I would never have gone after.
Yeah, you don't want to. I
know. Two more websites.
I know, and those are expensive to do. Well, essentially, you have 3 cars then that need gas.
Yeah.
I would just focus on one. Just consolidate all your efforts on one. To be honest, it's so hard. It's hard enough to do this for one site, let alone 3. You know, so you can start more conservative, but I mean, I don't want to be the bad guy, but unless you do something to show Google you have credibility, these are just going to sit there. So anything's better than nothing, you know, because you're going to be, it may not be for as many keywords as you'd like, but, you know, it's just got to be done in order to get these sites ranking.
Yeah, and I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Then that's what the time that Lance and Kyle spend with you is going through that. So we got to go through and identify the keywords first of all, and then say, okay, she can allocate 10 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours, whatever it is, and then we track that. So we'll go through you at the end of the month with your Google Analytics. So we'll put that into our little tool so that we can see how many visits are coming to the site, what's working, what's not working.
Now, you asked me if they put Google Analytics on my site. How do I go in and check, see if it's there?
Well, we can check. I mean, it's free code, so it's not a big deal. I just didn't know if they'd put it on or not. Sometimes they do. You may have signed up for a Google Analytics account, but you may have not put the code on your site. There's a line of code that you put in the back end. So when Kyle and Lance go through that with the people we work with, if it's not on there, they just put it on there real quick.
Okay.
But it's free. Google, it's a free tool provided by them. But that's then how we track the results month to month. Is we want to see, you know, how many visits are on the site, how long did they stay, where'd they come from, what keywords did they type in, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So anyway, that if you felt like that was, like I said, it takes them 30, 45 minutes. I usually have to check their schedule for the end of the week and see when you have time and they have time, you know?
Well, if it's the end of the week, I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings.
Okay.
Alternating me starting at 7 or 8 in the evening. So, I mean, I'd have to be finished by 5 my time.
Okay, I could do that. Is this something, I mean, you know, once again, I don't really have good solutions other than these because
what's the hour difference? Is it 3 hours between you and me?
Yeah, I'm on Mountain Standard. It's 2:45 right now.
It's 5.
So it's
5:45 here. 2, 3. So it's 3 hours. You're 3 hours behind me.
Yeah. So that's what. So I could go check their schedule for something that would work for you, like even in the morning, afternoon. Then is what you're saying?
Like early afternoon would be the best thing.
Or we could do something on the 9th or 10th of next week. Either way is fine. I'm just saying because that's what they do. That's what our point is, you know, we should have been doing this as soon as your site got live and the domain got live because it takes time for these to start taking effect.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it can take up to 30 days for Google to actually find one of our backlinks and index it. So that's why we try to start it as soon as we can so that we can, you know, not waste your time as far as seeing the result you want.
Well, like I said, any day is fine except for, like I said, on Wednesday, like I said, I've had to go and find a full-time job. Right now I'm working just part-time until the full-time kicks in.
But you said mornings and early afternoon or when you're home though, right?
Yeah. Probably like early afternoons would be the best time.
So like our 9 o'clock would be 11
9.
or 9, 10, that'd be your 12.
No, 3 hours, 9, 10, yeah, it would be my 12.
Okay. Let me go check about